So we have the 3-step process. Step 1 is your prep. Now, this is a dual product, okay? So this is not only preparing your skin for the colour, but it's hydrating, it's got collagen in it, CQ10. It's also a low-level gradual tan.
Okay.
All right, so if you use this every other day, for instance, you're going to have a beautiful glow throughout the year.
And it'll extend the tan that you'd have done.
Extends the tan that you would have done. Exactly. Okay. All right, so 3 pumps all over the face. So step 2 is your colour mist. Now these are your illuminating bronzing mists. These are your tans, okay? And they come in 3 colours. And I've done them sort of in undertones. So if you're the palest of the pale, if you're sort of an Irish blue, for instance, you're going to be natural rose. If you're Korean, you're going to be a natural rose. Or if you're particularly pale for that time of year, so if it's deep dark winter, for instance, and the light outside is quite bleak and you don't want a glaringly obvious colour.
I think you've got a cool tone. The orange tones really pick up, so it makes your skin look much orangey.
Exactly. So this is quite a cool ashy tone. It's so beautiful, and it, you know, if you're in that really stark light, it looks stunning, and you just look really well, and it gives the eyes, it makes the eyes pop. Okay, then we've got honey, which I'm using on Caroline today, which is...
And you've got that on as well,
I've got
right?
this on
it's
too.
Very soft.
Very, very soft. I only did 1 layer for you today. I mean, we could go mad, but, you know, for the summer, you can layer up slightly more. But we're only in spring. So we've got honey, which is like that Californian sort of warm golden glow. Then I've got olive, which is for sallow skins, yellow skins, Italian skin, UAE, or sort of, you know, that sort of green veined skin. Do you know what I mean? Which needs to be, you know, needs some life in it.
Because even if you've got
olive.
a lot of melanin in your skin,
yeah,
and you appear to me to look kind of quite warm toned.
Yes.
A lot of my clients will just say, no, I just look very pale and very ashy.
Yes.
And that will boost that.
That
right?
will boost that, exactly. And listen, you may be a rose in winter, but then move up to a honey. Okay, so that's, you know, just play with it slightly. So it's very simple. You just put a tiny top of mist.
Oh, straight on the brush.
Straight on the brush. And then straight on the face. Okay?
Oh, that feels really decadent. That
All
just
the
doesn't even feel
way.
particularly wet.
No. And you can just keep adding a tiny bit.
Am I brown?
Yeah, you are actually. You're looking lovely. But it's super easy. All the way around, down onto the neck. The neck, sometimes...
That would be so natural for me to...
bit like
tan like
Caroline.
that.
Yeah. Can you see it? Here we go. Listen. I'm literally doing slight tints on here. Buffing onto my hand.
Oh, right, buff on the hand.
Buff on the hand. It just takes that tiny bit off. And then you can colour up the neck.
And do you do the whole body? If you're doing a full body tan, would you do it with all the brushes? You only use brushes?
I only use brushes. I use, for the body it's slightly different because the mousses that we use, I only use mousse for the body. It's like a souffle, it's super soft. So you can blend it in with your hands. And then you can just smooth out and buff. Oops. I just got to take that off your
You're spraying my desk.
I know. I'll spray anything. Can you see?
Yes. I see that the redness is disappearing.
Yes.
I'm becoming more uniform.
Well, it's funny because actually, which is really common, your neck is slightly paler than the face. So what you can do is even out
Yes, that's great.
your undertones. I've put an all-over base of mist on Caroline. Now, she looks super well, but you can actually do another layer if you want to colour down ever so slightly. But I'm going to teach you how to contour. Now, the contouring word sounds quite scary sometimes for a lot of people. It's obviously not using multiple foundations, so it's just treat it as you would your bronzer, which is what hopefully, you know, a lot of people just add a little bit of life to their face with a bronzer. So this is the same. You're using a brush, but it's semi-permanent, okay? That's the only difference, and you can make shape. So add a small bit. Oh, bugger, here
Have you used a different brush on this then?
No,
The
same brush.
Same brush.
Same
okay.
brush, but it's the layering technique.
Right, okay.
Okay. So you've got, think about it, you've got your foundation on, and now we're just going to add some shape. Okay? So you just put a tiny bit on the brush, start on a cheek, and brush up towards the hairline. If you stipple like this, love a stipple, you can just, I mean, there's no streaks because I'm blending all the time. So on the cheekbone, I'd always mostly go back and then go into the temple. So anywhere the sun would naturally hit.
Do you have to be careful if you've got blonde hair?
You can go in, look,
Yeah.
go right in. And then you go over to the other temple, add a bit there. And then down onto the other cheek. Liza Minnelli calls it a Nike tick.
Yes.
So, exactly. So you start underneath here. It's like a, and
My
it's,
branded cheeks.
yes, exactly. So if in doubt, just keep blending.
It's kind of quite
Can
nice.
you see
anyway.
the difference in your shape?
Yes, that's lovely. Yeah. It just highlights the orbital zone. doesn't it?
Exactly. And then you can just brush over the nose ever so slightly, and then
So would you get the makeup artist to then do the makeup over the top of this
Yes.
if you're doing a job?
yes. Or if you're going out to work, I just put some concealer on, or a very light BB cream, and just do my squares, as we call them, and come down the neck,
Yeah, it's a nice colour.
down here. If you've got a t-shirt on and you want to bring out your collarbone slightly, just go here on the top line, as I call it, there. Give yourself a little bit of a shoulder. Italiano. There we go. Like that. That's beautiful. That's bringing that out. You look much sharper already. And then here. So it's just tiny, just watch what I'm doing. It's tiny bits on this and then blending it through.